Hello, you pedalboard aficionados. It's time for another Here's a New Power Supply video. I'm doing 3 of these right now in a row. Many people, for many years, have used the Thomann power supply. All these old style power supplies are not switching power supplies. The new stuff are switching power supplies, switching mode power supplies. It's a lot lighter. It's the new way to go. Also generates more milliamps or something. So it's about time that Thomann did a switching mode power supply. And it's called the DC Factory. Super cool aluminum, kind of like, you know, most companies do now. But nicely rounded. I really like the, look at the shininess. Look at the shiny stuff. Come on, shiny. So, pretty simple, plugs in the back there, of course comes with all the necessary cables. Let's look at features. We have 500 milliamps shared between 2 9-volt outputs. And then 500 milliamps shared between 2 9-volt outputs, then 500 milliamps shared between 2 9-volt outputs, and then 500 milliamps shared between 2 9-volt outputs. Meaning, you have 4 outputs of 500 milliamps that are not isolated between those 2 outputs in the gray area. But of course, each gray area is isolated from the other gray area. And then you have a 12-volt 500 milliamp output shared between 2 outputs. Can you follow me? Okay. It's 5 isolated sections times 2. Now that would mean that you could still run into some issues because they're not isolated within this section with pedals. I dared to throw a pretty ridiculous board at it. I mean, not ridiculous, but a pretty power-hungry board. This has, nothing on my board had 12 volts, so I couldn't use this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 outputs for 9 volt that I can use, and I had 10 pedals on the board. That means I had to daisy chain. I did daisy chain the first 3 overdrives, and I had this on the board, the Chase Bliss CMX 1978. Is that correct? CXM. Damn it. Because of the flying faders, it takes 500 milliamps. So, well, if I put it on a 500 milliamp output, can I put a second pedal on there? You know what? I dared to do it anyway. I did, and it worked perfectly. I shouldn't have, but it works. So I did actually share some of these non-isolated things between 2 digital pedals. I used all of these, did some daisy chaining, didn't use any of the 12 volt. Here's the pedal board. What we're listening for is, how is our guitar sound? And if there's hum or hiss or whatever, first of all, is it there at all? Or secondly, how loud is it compared to the usable guitar level? If it's something that you could hear with your imagination, then who gives a crap? A little bit of hum wouldn't be great, but I can excuse. What I can't excuse is when you have 2 digital pedals that are fighting with each other and you have this high, that gets very annoying. So let's listen. In that video, there's one section where I'm on that Thomann switcher, the strip, where I'm actually engaging all loops. So all 9 pedals are on. All loops are on. That means you have all these pedals engaged. And if anything happens sound-wise, it should be in that section. So let's check that out. So I don't know about you, but I couldn't hear any noise. Even though I daisy chained a couple of pedals, I shared non-isolated outputs with power-hungry pedals. Nothing. Super solid. Okay? Does this fit under your board? Yeah, it's a little bit thicker, but it's like Zuma thickness. It's not Chalk's DC7 thick. Okay, that would, that's way cool. Because I just got this and it's not even on the market yet, I'm thinking that price-wise, I would assume somewhere between 120 and 150 euro. I don't know. Don't nail me down on this. Please use my link. Find this somewhere. So if it's, if it's $1,000 or if it's $300, obviously, there are power supplies with more features like the Chalk's DC7. But I have a hunch that bang for the buck, this is a good product that delivers. Definitely enough power. What I would like, that's the only thing that's bugging me about this, is have a switch on the last section to go to 9 volt. I have to let the cat out. So there's a whole section here with 500 milliamps that are untapped because it's 12 volt and I can't use it. So if there was a little switch here that allowed me to switch the last section to 9 volt as well, that would give me another 500 milliamps to tap. Right now, I can use 2000 milliamps of this, which is still ridiculous. There was a time when 2000 milliamps for a power supply was a lot. I love the guys from Thomann. I love Søren, the whole team. They've worked with me from the beginning of the channel, and which is why their money is no good here. They don't pay for videos. They did give me the product. I have to disclose that, which is true. I'm going to use that. Thank you, Thomann. We're going to put links below. We're going to put animals at the end. And you go play now.